Just here to see Dan and James with the latest 4-bed HMO. Find out all about it, so take it away, boys. Let's go and have a look.
Let's go. So this is going to be the first bedroom.
Yep.
Feature wall. So we basically, so far, we've whitewashed the walls and we've got the feature wall going on there behind you. Use that extra bit of paint, but
yeah, let us coat that.
yeah, it's a good sized room. We're into here. We've got a living room.
So this is going to be the living room. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get a couch. We got the landlord. There was furniture here, but it was old, really dated, so we've got the landlord to remove it.
It's been really good actually, isn't it? Taking stuff away, stuff we don't need. And
Yeah, he's been proper on it.
so that's a favour actually. A bit of storage under it as well.
Yeah, he was just whitewashed here, and
What you whitewashed with the landlord?
we've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done this. And then we're through into the kitchen. The landlord put in a brand new hob yesterday as well, because I made a comment about it being a bit dated. Luckily they sorted it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, through here, which is one of the things that I really liked about this property, was that it's a 4-bed, and we always struggle with 4 beds because they've normally only got 1 bathroom.
Yeah.
But this has got 2.
Okay.
We've got toilet, we've got the shower, and then in here as well, we've got shower over the bath.
Yeah, it's quite a good size actually, and another toilet.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is do 1 bathroom to 2 rooms. So
Okay.
we've got a shower per
Perfect.
person.
Yeah.
It allows us to lift the rents up then.
Yeah, nice.
Got the barnyard doors.
Yeah, get a pony. Yeah.
So fairly low maintenance. We've got our wash machine.
Yep, utility outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Bit of storage up there as well.
Yeah.
So this is the first property where we've not just like jumped in and done it all ourselves, like the refurb and that.
Yeah, which has been quite nice, isn't it?
Got people in, yeah, and it's been very nice.
Contracting everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how you kick off a business. You do it yourself till you're making profit, and then you're like,
Your time's worth more then.
yeah, your time becomes more valuable, definitely.
Going back to the other property where we was just flat out for what, 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and it just stopped us like making any more deals. So this one has been really like a breath of fresh air, where we just come in, told the contractors what we want, and then we've just gone away and done other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the 2nd bedroom. It's got a built-in wardrobe in there as well. This is all going to be a feature wall where you can see the magnolia still, but all the furniture comes included with this one rather than the last one that we did, and
Yeah.
furnished absolutely everything. So this has been, yeah, a lot better.
3rd bedroom.
Bedroom. Okay, double feature walls going to go there.
Yeah.
And then just
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need much work at all, does it?
no, it's just
Yeah.
that side white walls and that's about it really. And this is the smaller room.
This has just been let as well.
This one.
We've been using
Yeah.
this already. Yeah, guy come round yesterday. It was like a building site that he was like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
We're going to replace these carpets as well. A bit dated. Re-wallpaper all this because it's starting to flake off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, let's sit down and find out some more details. How did you come about this property?
So I built a relationship with an estate agent locally who I got my first deal through, and I'm constantly on at him. So every couple of weeks I'll send him a message.
Yeah.
I noticed this one, and what I typically do is any that are with that agent, I'll send the links to the right move. I'll email him and say, what about this one? What about this one?
Yeah, okay.
So he
very proactive.
Yeah, exactly. So he come back to me and said, yeah, this one I was actually going to contact you about. It's actually only a let only, so you'd be directly to the landlord. I'm going to copy you in with an email with him and you can go from there.
Perfect.
So basically we just went back and forth for a few weeks and negotiating the deal. I think he initially wanted around £2,000 for this place. We got him down to £1,250.
Yeah, okay.
So 2 weeks rent free, no damage deposit, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Good deal though.
Yeah, who negotiated the deal, was it?
This one was me.
Yeah.
Just because of that connection that I had with the agent.
Yeah.
So, and you met the landlords the other day, and they're signed.
Yeah, really, really nice landlords. Like I said, their cooker was replaced after we sort of mentioned a couple of things wasn't working on it.
Yeah.
They've removed some of the rubbish that we didn't need. There was a couple of 2-seater couches that we wasn't really interested in having. And yeah, to be fair to them, they were really good. Really sort of knew what we wanted and knew what we didn't want.
Yeah.
And they come down and picked it all up.
The wall by the front door, is that going to be a feature wall?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so there's a few things in the property that we need to sort of work round really. Like there's obviously wallpaper going up the stairs and across the landing, but there are patches where it needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
So it was either rip the whole thing down, treat it and then paint it, or just put a bit of patching work in there with wallpaper in. So I think that's the lines we're going to go down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Apart from those places, top of the landing and that bit there, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kitchen, talk us through the kitchen. How did it look before? What's the end product going to look like?
I mean, at the moment, it pretty much looks like how it came.
Yeah.
Bar the new hob. Yeah, it was pretty just old and outdated,
Yeah,
really.
okay.
So, and it looks much better now with the new one. We're planning to probably just put new vinyl down in there as well, because it's coming up a little bit. It doesn't look the best, you know, and just give it a really good clean.
Yeah. So there's 2 toilets downstairs.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we've really liked about the property, was because we've got a few 4-beds around here and they've only got 1 bathroom, and it's always it's a sticking point with a lot of tenants. Yeah. So as soon as we realised that this had 2, that's what we want. That's piqued our interest. So
Yeah.
2 downstairs bathrooms. So what our plan is 1 bathroom to every 2 rooms. So
Yeah.
they only have to share with one other person. And that will allow us to lift the room rates.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, that's a good tactic actually. It's nice. So is this your strategy, to take like 3-4 beds and run as a HMO?
Yeah, it's been sort of, well, your strategy as well was Cecil as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously I joined the mentorship, and that was the route I was going down. And the property that I first put an offer for was actually a few doors down from Dan's, which is a 3 that we can convert into a 4, but priced at a 3. So we can sort of get to the asking price as close as possible.
Yeah.
And in our area, it works really, really well, because there's a lot of 3 beds that not many families want. Obviously, we're after them.
Yeah.
But has 2 reception rooms.
Yeah.
So we can convert one of them into a bedroom, uplift it, and then obviously we can charge a premium on the rent as
So
well.
once this is finished, fully tenanted, what is the profit margins looking like for you guys?
It depends at the moment. So we're currently, based off of it being 600 a room, we'll be looking at about, I think it's about 750
On a 4-bed.
on a 4-bed.
That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
So yeah, it's pretty good. We've been a bit spoiled though, haven't we, with some of the properties that we've secured, like James, the one that he secured for us on Barton Street. That's a seriously good deal. I think the rent on that we pay, was it 1,025? So the margins on that are like, you're looking at what you would make on a 6-bed, so like 850.
Yeah.
So it's pretty insane. So to us now, on a 4-bed, like making 600 quid, we're a bit like, oh, it needs to be a little bit more.
We're sort of in the 750 to 850 range where we're comfortable being at. And I think the people we're working with as well, and the properties we get passed on, that is definitely achievable. So yeah, the properties that we've been getting are like, that's the sort of margins we've been looking to hit, is between 750 to 850. And there's a few in the pipeline that we've got coming up that hopefully they will generate that sort of profit.
Yeah, amazing. So when you guys JV'd, it was silly not to JV really. You live so close, don't you?
Yeah, 5 minutes away.
So how did that conversation come about of you JVing?
So it come up on a Zoom. I think it was your Zoom, or I can't remember which Zoom it was.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned, you was talking to someone else and you mentioned about your area. And
Oh yeah, it was my Zoom.
Yeah. And it's
5 minutes apart.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, Dan, did you just say Gloucester? And he was like, yeah, mate, yeah. I was like, I'm in Gloucester. And I was like, oh, are you? Yeah. I was like, right, I'm in here. I'm in. And I think we met up for a coffee the day after and just discussing what Dan was doing and what he's got already and what I wanted to sort of achieve out of it, my goal. And the more the conversation went on, the more sort of our goals aligned. And it come to a point where I was viewing like some of the properties and I was sending them to Dan for his advice and room rates and that sort of thing. And Dan was like, oh, I wouldn't bother. I viewed that last week. I was like, oh, right, okay then. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Dan's opinion. And he was like, no, I viewed that. I was like, oh, this is just ridiculous. So should we just like JV?
You are like JVing with the most relentless guy in the mentorship.
Yeah.
Well, you were one of my first mentees.
Yeah.
When I started coaching.
Yeah.
So it just made sense. So, and you know, I wouldn't have JV'd with somebody if I didn't think that they had the same work ethic as me. And like, James has been absolutely relentless. As soon as he joined the program, he was on it. So I just thought, if we combine, it's definitely going to pay dividends.
Yeah.
And when you get a property and it's 600 quid profit, and it's like you're dividing that technically, it's a bit like, okay, I'm only making 300 quid here, but it's half the work. Yeah. It's like,
there's a saying, isn't there? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that's definitely been the case for us on that.
100%. We've really sort of accelerated getting the properties on, negotiating, and getting the properties over the line real quickly together.
Yeah.
Then I think we would have done individual.
Yeah. And we both got different skill sets as well, so I think we complement each other with those. So
I love it. I love seeing JVs on the mentorship.
Yeah, it has worked well.
But it didn't make any sense, like, for us not to JV. Otherwise, we'd be on the same mentorship program competing.
He'd be. Well, actually, there's a massive conflict of interest, isn't there? Because he'd be going for the same properties, but also coaching you.
Yeah.
So there's a massive.
No, that property's crap, mate.
Yeah.
You don't want that one. Yeah.
Oh, your offer is not conservative. You need to up that.
Yeah.
Next thing you see Dan outside the property.
Keys like that. Hey.
Yeah. James in the background like that. No, so it's really nice to see you both, and I get it, Dan. I didn't JV because I had the same sort of nature. It's like nobody is working as hard as I am. But when you do come across someone working as hard as you, and in the same immediate area, it just makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So do you feel like it really has boosted your business, JV?
I do.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Do you think you would have secured this property if not?
I think you would have done.
Yeah, well, because I already established a relationship with the agent.
Yeah.
But James has established a relationship now with another really good agent in the area. So like you're getting constantly fed
all the time
deals from them as well now. So it's like it works both ways.
Yeah. What is the future plan for you boys then?
So we're really exploring the sort of social housing side of things now, aren't we? And that was what I was going to go on to say there, is like James has got this really good connection now with this agent, and they take on they offer us a lot more properties than what my one does, because it's the one that I originally had is mainly students, so it's quite seasonal, whereas this one's not. And I've made some connections with some good providers, and it's sort of married up together.
Perfect.
And now, we're starting to see the fruits of that labour. So the goal with this one as well is we'll get some tenants in temporarily, and then we'll pass it over to a provider.
Okay.
And then it's going to be
fully passive,
hands off. And the profit.
So how many properties are you up to now?
We're up to 3 together, and it'll be 5 before the end of the year.
We've definitely got like goals to meet, and it's going really well. And I think we will achieve that by the end of the year.
Yeah. So how many hours do you think a week you put into actually managing your business?
I would say an hour.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, is it, at all?
It's mainly
a week.
Yeah, a week. Like I check the accounts, that sort of stuff weekly, but I don't really need to, just to see the ins and outs, if there is anything. There's the occasional thing that pops up, but typically it's under an hour management. It's just payment run.
Nice. So what is this room going to look like once finished?
I've got actually like a brown leather couch at mine that the missus wants to get rid of, so we're just going to pop that in here, so you don't have to buy one. And then we'll just have a coffee table, put a bit of better decoration on the wall, and then just keep the TV. And that'd be pretty much it. It's going to just keep it nice and spacious in here, nothing fancy.
Yeah, it's quite a bright place. So
it is. Yeah, it's bright, and we're going to change the curtains. And
when are you hoping to get it all finished?
This weekend, really.
Yeah, hopefully Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday, absolute latest, really.
Tenants moving in when?
Hopefully the weekend.
Yeah, and then it's up and running.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of crossover, maybe with some work that needs to be done, like the carpet up the stairs and maybe some wallpapering, but all the painting should be done, all the cleaning will be done.
Yeah.
So
it was mainly the painting was the biggest job, really.
Yeah.
And then are you going, because you've also secured another property very recently as well, so are you going straight on to do that one?
No, so that's a social housing property that we secured. That took 2 weeks from viewing, signing the contracts. There was a lot of back and forth with the landlord. We already had a provider lined up, and they viewed the property as well, and they loved it, put in an offer, which we put in our offer to the landlord. And there was a few hurdles we had to jump over, but we literally handed the keys over yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're
done.
Done.
Completely hands off, done.
How much is that one going to profit?
$850.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. No bills, no maintenance, nothing, no tenants, just hand it over to the providers, and then that's it.
So the way that we ended up closing this deal was the landlord, she was really like flaky, going back and forth. She was very uncertain. She was aware of rent to rent. She's even looked into doing it herself. But when it actually came down to it, she was doing all the checks, mortgage provider checks, insurance checks. We were like, oh, is this ever going to complete? And ended up like all that was fine. We got on a 3-way call with her, didn't we?
Yeah.
On WhatsApp. I've actually screenshotted the actual call, so we've got that of the moment that she signed the contract and sent it over whilst we were still on the phone with her.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Dan, when did you join me? Was it like March, April last year?
I think it was the beginning of March last year, and I picked up the keys to my first deal on the 1st of August.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time.
Yeah, you were relentless though.
Yeah.
I think you just followed my same journey and accepted this is how it is.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort, and some people secure deals in like 10 days.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot recently, which is just very lucky.
Yeah.
And your journey was pretty much identical to mine.
It was.
Which was insane.
Yeah, because you put in, how many offers was it you put in?
24 offers.
24 offers.
244 phone calls.
Yeah, so I think mine was, I got 21 offers rejected.
Yeah.
And my 22nd offer got accepted.
Yeah,
That was my first
very
deal.
similar.
Yeah,
I can remember thinking this. And then you actually secured 3 deals, didn't you? Two or three?
Yeah, I got offered 3, and I took 2 of them. Yeah. That was crazy.
I can remember you were like buzzing to get 1, and then you actually landed 2 more, and you sent me a screenshot like this.
Yeah. I was getting wobbly then.
How has life changed for you?
So I was in full-time employment then. I've left my full-time job. I'm now part-time, working as a estate agent or a letting agent now, because I wanted to get some like professional experience in the industry that technically we're working in. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm working Wednesday to Friday and every other Saturday now, which affords me, the time to work on the business.
You've also got a young child now.
Yeah, we've also got a little boy now. He's 4 months. So life's changed a lot since the start of the mentorship. Yeah, definitely. But it's going to allow me to, pay for my wife to stay off of work now and raise our boy, and that's something that's massive for me.
Yeah.
And then
what about you, James?
Pretty much similar really. I'm halfway financially to becoming financially free, quitting my 9 to 5. So basically the same, just working towards that goal to come out of my 9 to 5, and then as soon as we're both out, we're just going to scale up so quickly.
Yeah.
And then we've got plans to go into other things, but really it's the main thing to nail this down, work with a lot more providers, get them sort of secured in our properties, a lot more passive income, and then we can sort of think about other things then.
Yeah. No, that's nice. So what advice would you give to the previous you? Because I know your story, James, you went on a couple of courses, you were this close to paying 15,000 for pretty much a rent-to-rent course, which is just insane. So what advice would you give to that person that you were at that time?
Just do something like this just quicker. Just find the right mentorship. Make sure you have that one-to-one, which is something I needed. I didn't want sort of on a Zoom call once every month or whatever it is. I need that sort of one-to-one contact. Someone who's sort of there to support you all the time, and then just make the jump, make the leap, and just do it.
Yeah, nice.
Find a JV.
Yeah, with the head coach of the program.
Yeah. And then don't look back.
Yeah. Love it. What about you, Dan? What advice would you give to the previous you?
It's a difficult one. I think at the time I did everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I think I was ready, and I was just waiting for something to come along like this. And once I stumbled across, I did the Samuel Lee's course and things like that as well. I ran to the back of a room like a headless chicken, paid $2,000 for his advanced training, stuff like that. And realised that I needed one-to-one support as well. And as soon as I come across you and thought, this guy's genuine, then I just pulled the trigger and did everything that you told me to do. You told me it wasn't going to be easy. I didn't expect it to be easy, so I just took massive action. you know, in 21 offers later, got
Yeah.
my deal accepted, and then from there it's just been snowball. Just
Yeah.
use the first one, leverage it, and then partnered up with James, and things are just continuing to take off. So
Yeah, love it. Yeah, it's amazing. So guys, thanks for tuning in. You've heard their story. This is just the start. James joined 8 months ago, Dan just over 12 months ago, well, nearly coming up a year and a half, and now he's the head coach for HMO within Rise Up as well. So you've done extremely well. You're doing extremely well. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.